tried an interesting version of Nebula Shaman last night, and I gotta say the deck felt pretty promising. It does have some pretty interesting decisions towards how the deck is built, but Tic Tac definitely did pretty well with it in Top Legend, so I hope this also helps you out. I'm gonna give you a quick guide about the deck, talk about what you should be looking for in the mulligans, and some general strategies with the deck so you have a better idea of what you could be expecting with it, so I hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great. Now, let's get into it.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list up close, and there's some very different choices here from what we're used to seeing. For instance, we no longer have the second copy of Nebula, we also don't run the 7 mana spell that buffs up stuff, and there's no Bumbling Bellhops in here, which is also kinda weird, but instead we do still have things like Flight of the Firehawk. We also have Dissolving Ooze plus Beast Speaker Taka, and you could be doing some nasty things with that if you have enough time. And what you could basically do like that would be to get yourself some very big stats from the Ooze, which you could be giving on your Alakir, which you can also be copying with the help of, let's say, at least the Navigator. Going through the deck, we do have things like pop-up books, so you have some control tools. With Birdwatching, you could be fishing out your important minions. Spirit Sanctuary will allow you to do things a lot quicker. For instance, you could even do something like a turn 5 or 6 Ferak, I do believe, if you just stack a couple of these plus the coin. The Dissolving Ooze can help you do some sneaky lethals with the help of Alakir if you haven't stuck a board, or with just a minion from the board. Flight of the Firehawk will fish out a couple of tribe minions for you from your deck, and it's gonna give you +2 on them. And don't forget, this only gives you tribe minions, so you're not gonna be pulling off things like Ooze, things like Ceaseless Expanse, and so on and so forth. It's only gonna be things like dragons, mechs, and so on. The hexes are pretty cool nowadays because there are plenty of egg decks out there, and also generally you could be hexing some big starships and whatnot, so this could actually be quite the powerful card in certain matchups. Lightning Storm is gonna help you with wide boards. Turbulence is in here so you can have access to the Hunter cards, but also you do have several Battlecry cards you could be getting extra stats on. Baking Soda Volcano can help you big time stabilizing the board. Just don't forget this thing overloads you and also does deal damage to your own idiots. At least the Navigator can be pretty cool in here. You could be using her for the 5 mana location to get yourself an extra 5/5 and maybe even give your minions +2 attack, and that way if you do her, let's say on curve, on turn 5 you drop the location, on turn 7 you could be coining out an Alakir that way, get a 5/5 copy, give it +2, and also give +2 on the main Alakir, and that would be 24 damage from hand basically. 26 technically, because your hero also gets the +2, but you could also be going for other options depending on the matchup and the situation you are in. Hagata is still in here, but she does come off dry most of the time. You only have a couple of Frost Decors plus a single Nebula, so this is barely a Nebula Shaman nowadays. It's more like a Battlecry Shaman question mark. I don't even know what it is anymore. But yeah, you still do curve off pretty well with her as long as you have a couple of spells still in the deck. It should be cool, but even with a single Frosty Decor still in the deck, it's gonna be kinda worth it because turn 4 4/3 into a turn 5 5/5 with a couple of 2/4s while fitting out the deck, still kinda worth it. The Frosties also help you big time stabilizing for a while. Bob the Bartender can also be pretty lit, usually used for freezing, but in some cases you might even use him to draw a minion and get 2 copies of it depending on what's left in your deck, and depending on how greedy you need to be in the matchup. Shutter Block is also in here, with which you could be doing some nasty stuff, including getting yourself triple Elise, getting yourself triple Nebula still, triple Beast Speaker Taka could be pretty awesome, triple Ferak could be an absolute bullshit fiesta, and I do believe this should more often than not fatigue you to hell. Like imagine casting 30 mana worth of spells. You could also get yourself extra copies of Ziliax this way, tons of extra mana with Asera, you get the picture. Beast Speaker Taka could be pretty interesting. If you do manage to trip her up with Shutter Block, that can be pretty nasty, but also getting yourself the minion summoned at the end could be pretty worth it as well. Like you could even be picking things like Torla out of this, even though if you do that, it is gonna be a while till this free 32 minion actually dies to summon the real Torla for you, so there's that too. Neralex is also in here, which you could be doing some pretty nasty stuff. Again, with the help of Asera plus Ferak. Alakir, like I said, could be a pretty good win condition for you, straight out charge the opponent to death. Ferak is also in here for some random BS fiesta. He could be drawing cards, he could be deleting stuff, and I did say 30 mana, no, that's 60 mana worth of fire spells, so that can be indeed pretty bonkers. Nebula is also in here, and from here you could be getting yourself the 8 mana splitting asteroid guy, that would be pretty nasty, especially if you have a location with plus attack. That would make it very hard for the opponent to actually handle that. And again, if you do have yourself a big Dissolving Ooze stats, it would be a very guaranteed way for you to actually be able to connect. You could also be getting yourself extra Alakirs out of it, Ragnaroses, that kind of stuff. Ysera's also pretty cracked. She does allow you to gain up to 15 mana straight out, and also you will be able to actually curve off with her nice and good. You could be cheating her off quickly with the help of Parrot Sanctuary again, but usually you tempo her with Neralex more often than not. Ziliax is also pretty cool in here. He's a twin module plus perfect module, so you could get yourself extra copies of him. And last but not least, we have the Ceaseless, which could be pretty strong too. For matchups, to get a better picture, we could use a similar deck from the last 30 days, so the stats are definitely not super accurate, but let's just grab this one and see what the matchups look like for it. And we're gonna get a picture that things like Beast Hunter are not gonna be that great for you. Aggro decks, Ferak Rogue as well, but the other matchups do look kinda doable. And it is a pretty skill testing deck if we gotta be completely honest, so the stats might not be representing the exact picture. For the mulligan I don't have too much stats, but going first you are probably gonna want things like Birdwatching, Parrot Sanctuary is definitely great, Flight of the Firehawk could be great as well, Elise the Navigator, Hagatha would be good, and depending on the matchup you might consider holding on to things like Lightning Storm or Hex, or heck, maybe even Baking Soda, but it really comes down to what class you're facing. On the coin, it's not going to be much different. Again, you're trying to cheat off things a little bit quicker with things like Parrot Sanctuary. Birdwatching is okay. Here, Pop-Up Book becomes a little bit better. Flight of the Firehawk still okay. Depending on the matchup, Hex or Lightning Storm could be good. Turbilis is not the worst thing in the world to be doing on turn 3, but like I said, it's not that amazing here. Elise still okay. Hagatha still perfect. All around, it's a pretty expensive deck. Definitely not the easiest out of the lot, but if you're up for the challenge, you might actually have a lot of fun with this one. But it definitely does take a kidney and a half. Hope you found the guide helpful. Now let's check out some of my games on my road back to top 1000 Legend with it. Hope you enjoy.
Rastakan versus Rexa. By fang and claw, let me survey the realm.
Ghost Hunter. I'm not gonna be wasting my pop-up just because I can, especially against the Beast Hunter potential. Neralex Ysera potential. Tracking could be Discover. Seems like he is. I don't care too much about Tempo Turbilis, but nothing better to do anyway.
Shaking us stir.
I'd rather kill this eventually. 2 damage AoE also fucks it.
I remember this place well.
Why not? He ain't pressuring me much, might as well do this. Nothing. I don't want to be overloading myself right about now. Just do this. Maybe I should have overloaded myself just for the sake of being able to Nerlex turn after.
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could be our home.
Well, I'm just gonna have to taunt here and hero power in it. And turn after it's probably gonna be Nerlex and Patherak kind of bullshit. We're pretty slow here. Thank fuck so is he.
Shaking a stir.
See what that Patherak do. Technically speaking, Lightning Storm into Baking Soda would be a full clear in it, but that is way too much overload. Nah, if we put the bullshit cards in the deck, why would we not play the bullshit cards from the deck? Okay, card draw you say. Targeted the exact minion I wanted to target too. There you fucking go. There you go. Why wouldn't we put the bullshit card on the board? Not the worst burn, by the way. It's not as important as some people think it is, but still far from the worst. Nerlex did the Nerlex thing. More like Patherak. You gotta trust in the bullshit. If you don't trust the bullshit won't trust you. Okay, Nerlex lived a full life, sadly. Looks like it's gonna be a Zilliax. I could also Baking Soda here, because Patherak is immune to that crap, but Zilliax is proactive. Not proactive enough. Good Hex Lightning Storm. Good Lightning Baking.
For my glory.
Hex Lightning allows me to Ziliak's turn after. 2/4 would still be alive though.
Deloa, speak to me.
He's gonna get his Raptors still. How about a Sarah Hex? I'm a Sarah Hex.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
Nice mix of proactive and not so proactive.
Put your faith in the light.
Wish I had a Hex. I remember the times where I had Hex fondly. Of the top people. That is a Nebula in there. Could be worth it.
Deloa, speak to me.
Lightning Storm Ziliax is fine.
My glory.
Why not?
These could belong to a brand new species. Can you find them?
Nasty. Fight top deck Ooze. That would be lethal with Alec here. 7 chance. Could happen some Hagata nasty. Some Haggy nastiness. Might as well fend that deck out. Ain't nothing wrong with a fend deck. I'm down to draw.
Can you find them?
Did he get double Bob though? Let's see now. I drew the Ooze, but did I burn the Ooze? Because I burned it. Of course, of course. Well, that's not ideal, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Shudder getting burned as well. Those were literally two of the cards I actually cared about. Fun stuff, Blizz. Let's try like this, and I am gonna go with what's her face here. Might as well go for a tenner. With a 5er, I could hold on to it and play it same turn with Alec here. +2 would not be enough. It would be exact actually, but I'd go with a 5. Summon a copy is great. Getting rushers is also great. Okay. And let's go ahead and do this thing.
Celebrate what is to come.
As long as we ain't dead, he dead. I don't think we did. That's fucked. Really? You killed that? Why? It's not lethal, right? Nah, surely it's lethal. Do it like this. Shouldn't have put this location on, by the way. It's just taking up room. It is taking up room. It wasn't lethal either way, though. Do I ever kill this? It's his only biopod, so I'd rather kill it. I don't care about the location much, but might as well do it. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Now we're screwed. Didn't see he had an extra Zilly. Is that another Zilly? How many Zillies you got, bro?
These could belong to
Didn't pay attention, huh?
Here we find it.
Moves quickly.
I have an infinity game plan with Metal Strider, by the way, but I don't know.
Combatant center, and I take the crown. I am out of cards.
Don't want to be doing anything else here. I'd rather save the Hex for later when it might matter. Him having another Ziliax in there. No point wasting it this turn. Good news is I can buff these meadows several ways. Oh, don't steal, bitch. Didn't. It's a bunch of damage though. Never lethal damage though, isn't it? Unless this is frickin' Velen. In which case I could be Giga Dead real soon. Now if he's going face, I will have to use a baking soda. I think he's making room for Ziliax. Is that the bright idea?
Almost out of cards.
Wanna attack like this. This. And now I'd rather do baking soda bullshit. Could summon a copy of one of these. I think I will. Give myself a single rusher. Give myself another big ass meadow, make him even bigger. That's good, right? It better be, because that's what I'm doing. It better be. I am taking 2 fatigue. Could have prevented if I've used this on my own idiot, but I don't feel too comfortable doing that. There's that villain I was talking about. Surely it ain't enough. With the 2 damage it might be. It's not, right? That's only 1. Miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. Cool story, Bob. That was close. Kind of a butt clencher, but we kind of knew what to expect out of that one, didn't we? That was a long-ass game. Oh my goodness, that was my first game with this deck. Okay, let's see if Egglock is good. It's probably Quest. Let's not get our hopes up. Do I care about these? Turbulus is okay at best. It's not something I really care about playing on curve. I'd rather grab the parrot and toss everything else. Go in second. Pop-up can also be a consideration. He does look like a questicle. Barak. Still got the pop. Still not gonna use it on one. Not ideal. Could do some nasty with double parrot, sanctuary. This guy having both locations, not a very happy fun time for me. That's 4 temporary cards real freaking fast. Go get myself a super quick Silly Axe, by the way. Might be worth it, coin for rack real soon. Coin for rack's actually kinda bussin'. Would be a turn 5 in it, we'll see.
A frozen treat as sweet as me.
Could follow up with a Silly. Hagata right now, question mark? Not really, we already got the frickin' Nebula, so what's the point of that? I'm gonna get at least... I'm just gonna use Ferak next turn.
Another snap.
Dude is slow still. Alright, Ferak, please be good. I'd actually rather coin here. We might end up having a lot of stuff in hand. Could have even used the right location. Maybe I get to play some, but I don't know. That is a big-ass Zilly. That is a big-ass Zilly I'm about to be playing next turn. Like this. I won't be able to play it next turn though. No, without the coin I won't. I should have used this. Especially the way it went down. Okay, acceptable. Acceptable. Next turn Frosty, of course, decent. Get a Charger, that's good.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
One mana location at least, not that cash money. Let me just get armor.
Yo.
Hey, how's it going, Roki? Been a while, brother. Hope you having a wonderful life. Everything good? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, you are doing good, it seems. You are doing good, it seems, again. Thank you very much for that massive slap with 20 gifted subs, as you love doing. That wheel has been getting pretty rusty, not gonna lie. Wheel's been getting rusty. Rusty crusty. Why is it getting crusty, guys? But yeah, huge thank you, man. Appreciate that gifted 20. Jadis with 100 biddies. Maybe we're gonna get ourselves a hype train today. Crazier things have happened. Appreciate ya. Okay, things are going nasty. Things are going nasty. Is little words.
For my glory.
Does have a lot of damage showing. Lightning Storm kinda does the same thing though. Think I'd rather go Elise here. Elise for a 5 mana. At least for a 5 mana sounds good. What are we trying to do here? Spell perhaps? No copy, you say. Let's try doing that. I think it sounds good enough. This board was a little too populated for me to feel good about a big ass Zilly there. Oh god, second okay. Not like this, not like this. Did he do it? Of course he did. Of course he did. But yeah, huge thank you, Roki. Those subs were going a little bit on the low side. That is no longer. There we go. Okay, Hexy Max. Not great, not terrible. With 2 locations, things are going sideways. Fuck me sideways, guys. Level 5 hype train, let's fucking go, yeah? Is it me or was it easier to actually activate that train? That only a couple of people needed to do that? Or am I missing a notification somewhere? Doesn't seem like it. Bastard bitch, go face. Ass. Ass. Nice.
Almost out of time.
I'm just Nebula here. Where am I? Yeah, I am. This guy's trying to run out of things to feed. Space Rock is gonna be busted with this location we got. Rag is also lovely. Let's do this then. Fuck his face in particular, I guess. That wasn't ideal. Is this even winnable now? I think so. It's not as infinite. It's not as infinite. It's still gonna cost him. Fucker gets silenced though. That's bad. If he didn't have silence, it was very, very winnable actually. Hype chest. Let's open that bad boy. It's a cat. It's a kitty cat. She-hoo-hoo. Getting close to a shitless expense. But not even. This could give me Bob. My body really needs a Bob right now. Hence why we're not getting a Bob right now. We're getting a Bobbant. See what this do. Once upon a typhoon. It's gonna be 6 mana. grab that, but ain't nobody time for that.
I will not be rushed.
We're screwed. Nah. Not like this. Not like this. Didn't get baking soda. Did not get Bob out of that bird. A lot of things could have gone much better there. A lot of things. And him having silence there, that was just a little bit too much.
Versus Valera.
Watch your
Yeah. Gotta invest, guys. Gotta invest. Against the rogue. Hagathon curve, you say. Mistake, you say. Let's try like this.
the pleasure is mine.
I'd rather start discounting next turn Hagathon. Could be cool. Yeah. Gets discounted by a lot of things, however, so usually drops down to 0 around turn 10. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. I think I ain't clicking that this turn, am I? Although I could actually play this guy next turn. Yeah, okay. I'll still go with this. Get myself some Frosties.
You safety violations,
Cool. It's gonna be a while till I can handle that. Should I just hex that ass? Or ignore that ass? Comma ignore. Where am I?
Deloa, speak to me.
Could get a big Alakir out of this. Big Alakir out of this. Is that the play though? It's an okay play. I'd rather him not have this shite. Let's do that then.
Rot number 802. Welcome to the collection.
Are you a fan of knives?
There's that bomb at. That's fine. Could go for a 5-mana location with a copy, getting myself a second Alakir. That's gonna be 20 from hand, basically.
I remember this place well.
Found it. Could coin a free drop right now if I felt like it. But no, I'm just gonna do this. Mash face and maybe we actually get lethal even before happens time for that thing. I don't care too much about any of them, but Shutter Block could be a good continuation play if I need it. This Journal here could straight up be lethal too.
Come on, put your shell into it.
Okay, he handled. This is a complete clear, but let's just do this. Surely we can handle him next turn with a couple of 5s. And the Discover spell -4 could be good. Could be casting up to 5 mana. Coin Ziliax is a bitch though. I should not have hero powered there. Now he gets the heal. Why the fuck did I hero power, man? He gets the swing with his weapon too. I'm so dumb. What can I say? This is hour number 7 of streaming for today. 3 hours of raid, now 3 hours of Hearthstone. Of course, he top decked it too. Funny. Insta punished like that. Funny, funny, funny. Well, I deserve that. I deserve that. I guess now I got a coin for Rock, don't I? Or maybe coin Nebula? Coin Nebula with this thing might be worth. I could have also just used location. What is up with me today? Extra Raggy Boy? Could even be lethal, you know? No Hex? Rigged. This is good. The Lava Flow. It's gonna delete a couple idiots. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna overload me for next turn, but I have location if I need to. Idiot proof? There you go. Always lethal, guys. Sometimes lucky, never punished. That was such a dumb thing to do, giving him a way to heal also to get a coin. That was dumb as fuck. Even if he didn't heal there, he was getting a coin like that. Dumb as mud, what can I say? Doing these mistakes so you guys don't have to. Basically.